Assalamu alaikum, Hashim. Congratulations on your nomination for the ANN7 South African of the Year. Let's start right from the beginning. Where did it all start? How did you get into cricket?
Yeah, it feels like an eternity ago. I think 6 years old was the first time I remember playing a bit of mini cricket. Fortunately, my brother also played professional cricket, so cricket was kind of in the family from a very young age. He's about 3 years older than me, so whenever he used to play, I used to join him in the backyard, pretty much like every youngster. And I think I was really blessed that I got to play with his friends who are on an older age group. So I think it kind of helped with a bit of progression early on.
We always remember that statement you made about your brother being the better cricketer than you.
No,
is that where you get your skills from?
And definitely I picked up some from Ahmed. It's definitely the better cricketer as well. I've always looked up to my brother. I think playing alongside him for the Dolphins was something I really enjoyed, and I think that having someone in your family with you and supporting you and kind of guiding you through the rigors of being a professional sportsman is important.
When did you actually realize that, I'm doing this for the fun of it, but I can actually make it into a career, I can do it professionally?
I would think about a year after high school, representing South Africa under 19, and then I heard of some interest coming from the provincial teams. So that's when the first time it kind of occurred to me that I could make a career out of this. And I mean, what a lovely, fortunate career to be doing something you enjoy on a regular basis. And I'm glad that things have progressed since then.
Let's look at a day in the life of Hashim Amla. What is a typical day in your life?
Well, at the moment, a typical day is on tour because we don't spend much time at home. But obviously on tour, you got either a training day, a travel day, or playing day. So it gets quite busy. And a typical day at home is to spend as much time with the family as possible, to catch up, and I try and visit as many people as I can just to keep in touch with everyone.
How long do you practice for a day, or is it just part and parcel of?
Yeah, it's tough to say. I mean, it's quite a physically demanding thing to train. I mean, you're running a lot and you're batting and bowling and all that kind of thing. So 3 or 4 hours a day. But at times you do take an off day because you need the body to recover, and also mentally you need a break from doing the same thing every day. They always say rest is repair, and to have your mental freshness, I think, is just as important as physical freshness.
You talk about just taking the mental break. I'm sure the kids help in that respect.
Yes, absolutely. They're quite busy. It's quite busy at home, but taking your mind off the game is quite important, and certainly having children around is something you really enjoy.
Must be nice coming home and just getting a chance to spend time with the family, spend time with the kids.
Definitely.
They're obviously growing much older.
Yeah, as the days go by, you get more and more amazed of how much they pick up, and their development is actually amazing. It just makes you marvel at them. But as you said, it's a great way to unconsciously just take your mind away from the game and just relax a bit.
Do you think there'd be pressure on them when they get older to maybe take up a sport,
yeah,
cricket?
There's a possibility, but growing up I was very fortunate that my parents never put any pressure on me to play cricket or play any particular sport. It was just go out and enjoy yourself, and I think that's the best way forward for any youngsters, to just enjoy the game. Whichever way the path leads to, then so be it.
What are some of your hobbies?
I enjoy reading. I enjoy going to the beach when I get the time, and spending time with friends. Obviously with the family around, I would say spending time with the kids takes up most of free time at home. But yeah, just that kind of stuff.
And who inspires you? Not as a cricketer, but as a person?
Well, I think my father. I'd have to definitely say my father. Growing up, I suppose he gave me the best opportunity that he could, and just the way that he conducts himself, and I've always looked up to him, and I still take as much consultation from my dad as possible.
Are you a good traveler? What's it like living out of a bag?
You get better at it. I think initially, actually, the novelty of staying in hotels is the exciting part, and traveling and that sort of stuff. But as you get older, that kind of wanes off a bit, and you need to find other things. But you become a bit more efficient when you travel. And living out of a suitcase is pretty much the norm now.
You say you used to it, but does it you all start from the beginning again now traveling with kids? Because of course there's double the luggage.
Yeah, triple the luggage
Triple the
actually.
luggage.
So it does get a bit challenging on the travel day, but you know what? As after a day's play, coming home to the family is really a pleasure. And if you're not traveling with the family, then you know, travel you kind of just click into a mode of doing the simple things. You know.
Do you look forward to a specific meal when you come home?
I'm not very fussy with food, so.
Or do you have a favorite food?
No, I enjoy a pizza. So, but I'm not too fussy. Whenever I come home, it's whatever's on the table. I'm just grateful for.
And any food that you like when you're overseas? Anything that when you go to that country, you know, you have to have it?
Well, I enjoy a bit of Turkish and Mediterranean food. So wherever I go in the world, if there's a nice restaurant, then myself and some of the boys who also share some of the same taste buds like me, then we go there.
Spirituality is obviously quite a big part of your life, as you think any Muslim person would be. Is it quite difficult to juggle the two when on tour?
Not at all. You know, Islam is a way of life, and wherever you are in the world, it doesn't make a difference. You just practice as best as you can, and you carry on.
Have you thought of what you'll do after you retire one day? We hope that's very far away. But have you thought of maybe you'd go into coaching?
I don't know. I haven't thought. I've tried over the last few years to not plan too much and not look too far ahead. So I haven't even thought about what I'll be doing after cricket. I hope something comes up, and we'll cross the bridge when we get there.
What has been your highlight in life so far? I'm sure it's very difficult to choose between such a successful cricket career and having such amazing kids.
Yeah, listen, family life and cricket, you know, it's all merged, you know. I mean, there is a separation between the two, but at the same token, it's, you know, you just deal with one and the other simultaneously. So the highlights will be obviously the children and having a wonderful family and my parents. And on the cricket field, you have, you know, certain joys as well. So being a part of a winning team is probably, from a career perspective, a really nice thing.
You've seen some of the most beautiful places in the world. What would you say is your favorite destination in South Africa? Because it is a beautiful country.
Yeah, so Durban, obviously home is home. So I really enjoy Durban. But Cape Town is a really beautiful place. And I enjoy PE because I've got some good friends there, and I've always tend to enjoy myself in PE. But Cape Town is beautiful. And the only disappointing thing is that you can't swim in the beach there. It's too cold. So, you know, we're very blessed that we stay in such a lovely country.
Of course, you've been nominated for the South African of the Year awards. Why do you think you are proudly South African?
Oh man, I think there's so many reasons. For me, I think a highlight for any South African would be the ability to empathize with people around the world in the difficulties they go through, and to also be optimistic about the future. Because I mean, from what the country was and what it is now, and what people hope that South Africa would be. So you can empathize with people who are going through difficulty, and at the same time you can be positive about situations that are the same place that are going through difficulty.
How do you feel about your nomination? Of course, you've been an ambassador for South Africa for a very long time. What would you like to say to your fans about your nomination and voting for you?
Yeah, listen, I'm really grateful. The fans are why we play the game, and obviously their support and love is like the fuel for us. So I'm really thankful for them and this nomination, and you know, obviously all the other nominees. It's just an honor to be amongst them. And you know, thanks guys, and hopefully we can keep making you happy.
What is your fondest memory?
Wow, fondest memory. Well, I would say, you know, every day I spend at home with the family. For me, that's the fondest memory that I enjoy.
And your proudest moment?
Proudest moment, I think. Proudest moment. Yeah, that's a tough one. The happiest moment, I would say, would be. There's a few. Obviously, being a father is one of them. Being a husband is the other, and being a son. So. It's to try and make sure every day is a happy moment, and to not see that, oh, those will be happy moments. I firmly believe that the happiest moments are still to come, and to always try and embrace that.
Is your triple century obviously part of one of those?
Well, from a cricketing perspective, yeah, it was a lovely moment. Fortunately, we won the game, which makes it a lot sweeter. but on the cricket field, you're going to have ups and downs. And when you do have those successful moments, you enjoy them. But I don't think to dwell on them too long is healthy, really.
If you weren't a cricketer, what would you be?
I've always felt I'd be a surfer. Coming from Durban, I spent a lot of time in my youth on the bodyboard. So I would have probably been on the beach, but actually in reality I might have gone to some studies and then still have been a surfer after that.
Just very quickly, you speak a lot about your family. Is being a South African, being a good family man?
Certainly. I mean, wow. I think South Africa means you, as I said, you should be more aware of the different intricacies in the country. Being a family man is one of them. Being supportive is the other. So it's hard to say it's only the South African man. I think it's part of it.
Thank you very much.
I'm Hashim Amla and I'm proudly South African.